Hello, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Flick Takes. Today, my name is Pete, and
Oh, I'm Hasib. I feel like I just got slapped. I don't know, man.
oh, that's a good one. Yeah, we want to welcome you to a new episode when we're going to talk about the Oscars. It is very interesting. Things were more exciting than we thought it was gonna be. Because I mean, we saw the nominees, and we sort of had an idea who we're gonna win this and who we're gonna win that. And I'm wondering if people have changed their mind about who they would want to win based on what happened. So hopefully, we'll get people's feedback. But to get things started, let's start with some of the surprises. Anything that surprised you with the Oscars other than the fight?
Well, the biggest thing that surprised me was the in memoriam. They used, I guess, a choir, and it was kind of like a beat. And usually it's a more somber background music, but they
Mhm.
used a more upbeat one. And I thought that was interesting and it was surprising.
Mhm.
Um, Also, we don't talk about Bruno, which was nominated, got a whole song performance.
Mhm.
And not only that, Megan Thee Stallion came out of nowhere and they redid the lyrics. And I was just like, wait, what?
Yeah.
It's one of the few songs I know all the lyrics to. And I'm just like, wait, what happened here? So, yeah, to me, that was also a big surprise.
Mhm.
But in terms of awards, I was the most surprised with Jessica Chastain winning Best Actress. I thought it was going to be like Kristen Stewart or Olivia Colman. I thought those were the two best actresses of the year, in my opinion. But
Kristen Stewart, I mean, I'm like, I have to admit, she's not like a big fan of mine. I don't know, maybe it's because I had some sour thing in my mouth from the whole franchise they had with
Twilight movies,
Twilight. Yeah,
yeah.
so because like she always iffed me a little bit, but I thought she did a great job. I thought she would have won that one. I was rooting for her that one. That was my surprise. That was one of my surprises,
Okay.
actually.
What else were you
Yeah.
surprised about, man?
Well, I thought Cinder Sykes would have said more because she like not Cinder, Wanda. Oh, I'm crazy.
Wanda
Wanda
Sykes?
Sykes, the host. I thought she would have been more upfront because she's very, I don't know, she's very funny, and I kind of I see they sort of had Amy, kind of headhunt the whole thing, for the most part. But I thought that she would have had at least her stand up moment. I was kind of rooting for that because I know she's very funny. I like Wanda Sykes, and she has
Wanda's,
that
yeah,
voice.
Wanda's great. That
She's
whole going to the museum thing, I thought would have been really good, but it kind of fell flat for me.
mm,
So,
yeah. I mean, yeah, yeah. I thought it was going to be a bigger moment for her. But I like the fact that well, I guess I should ask first. What was the one thing that you liked about the whole Oscar situation? So
um, other than Will winning, I wasn't really rooting for anything. Well, I was rooting for Drive My Car, but I knew it wasn't going to win. I really like Coda winning some things, and especially Best Supporting Actor and Best Picture. I didn't think it was a great movie, but it was a nice moment,
yeah,
especially with all everybody in the audience doing the sign language
yeah, yeah,
applause. I thought that was
yeah.
really cute and
That was
cool. I
really fun.
appreciated that. So
Yeah,
for
yeah.
me,
I
that
thought
was
that
the
was really
highlight.
yeah, that was really nice. And again, I think Will may have messed up his moment. Like he's one of the top actors that people were rooting for who has not won one. Leonardo finally got his a couple of years ago, so you would think people were gonna kind of cheer on when he finally get his because he's done enough work to win an Oscar. And it's just never got through, or he's been faced against other people whose performances have sort of either top him a little bit or just better or better like people who's known or just rooting for or favorites, I should say. But Will has always been he's always picked projects that can really put it stand out for him. But for whatever reason, he never won it. And this one definitely definitely put him on the map, and he sort of tempted that with the whole fight. Um, but you were gonna say?
No, man. What I mean, let's get to brass tacks, man. What did you think of the slap? What was your whole reaction?
I think it was childish and very uncalled for. Now, granted, he had other issues that stem that like this. I'm pretty sure this is not the worst joke he's heard about himself or Jada. Okay, and the fact that he was smiling at first, and then when he saw her, and like, okay, yeah, let me take matters into my own hand. And like it really messed. I think it's just messed up as an actor of his caliber behaving like this in public. And which brings me to the next point. Remember when we talk about Batman, I told you if you're a grown man, behave like an adult. Well, this also goes for him. Yes, I get, the joke, your wife is going through something. And, me and my friends, my brothers were talking about the same situation. And somebody mentioned that if it was Ricky Gervais, which we know would have said worse or could always say worse, he wouldn't have hit him. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, it's left in the air to see whether or not he would have done it. But I don't think it was uncalled for. I thought it was very childish. And he tainted his celebration, in terms of really people being happy for him. But instead of him winning his first Oscar for the first time in like a long time coming, he just kind of messed that up with people talking about him slapping Chris Rock. And of all people, Chris Rock, come on. Chris Rock is such a cool dude. But anyway.
Well, assault is uncalled for. Let's get that out of the way, man.
Yeah.
All right. But I'm not really mad that Will was mad about the whole situation. Yeah, he smiled at first, but maybe it took him a minute to like process everything and be like, oh, yo, wait. My wife has alopecia and you shouldn't be dissing people with medical conditions, especially Black women whose hair is like a huge part of their identity. And if you can't grow it anymore, it's like a big deal, man. So
I get it. And I'm not saying he shouldn't confront him about the joke, but I don't think it was the right place nor the time for him to really react on the way he did. And
I agree with you, man. Like don't slap him with the open hand, but
disrespectful.
You definitely could have yelled out like, yo, that was not cool. Or after the show, just been like,
yeah,
yo, we need to talk mano y mano because what happened right now, we're not cool right now.
Yeah.
So
I think it would have made a bigger impact if, after Chris Rock did his portion, went backstage, and then we clearly see Will get up and go backstage to confront him. And then I'm pretty sure, and I'm just guessing here, I'm pretty sure Chris Rock would have come out and apologized to everybody about the joke. Not because the joke is a bad joke, but because of how they felt about it. You see what I mean? But it would have made a bigger impact for him, his wife, and everybody else. But you get up in the middle of the thing, you walk up and slap the dude like yeah, I think it was a little bit much. And again, his celebration got cut off.
I feel like Chris Rock knew, man. Chris, like, you don't make fun of people with medical conditions, man. That's a no-no.
But it's been done, though. They don't do it anymore. But
it's done, but it's not because, it's been done, but is it cool?
No, it's not cool. But it's the same thing we're talking about with the Dave Chappelle situation. It's not just a medical condition. It's just people's identity, who they are, and what they're going through in their lives. If somebody makes a joke about it, some people can take it lightly, others might not. Now, comedians have a pass on so many of these things, so they can make jokes about certain things. And, especially when they don't necessarily mean harm, they're simply trying to make light of the situation. It might not, some people might take it hard, but I don't think they mean it in a mean-spirited, so to a point that it warrants the violence towards them, or even a career going crazy. I mean, Dave Chappelle's situation was completely different. I don't think he was bad mouthing him like they made it sound to me, because I heard the joke. It wasn't, it wasn't even that. He was actually standing up for someone. But anyway, I just think he could have handled it differently, whether he accepted it or not as a joke or as something. He could have just sat in the crowd. The camera was on him. They would have seen that he's not happy with it, deal with it afterwards, and then that would have come to light as to how he handled it. But that was a little bit much, I think. But anyway, So as far as the Oscar, how excited were you when it comes to, I mean, the whole thing? I mean, were you happy with that you watched it, or
I mean, until the slap, I really didn't give a shit about the show. I thought it was just boring, and
yeah?
they were trying to skew younger with some of the things they were trying to do. They were trying to get a younger audience to watch, and I was just like, "This is you guys are trying too hard, man. This is kind of not what you guys do." But
Yeah,
I mean, I have been bored with the Oscars for the last few years. I've been watching just out of obligation at this point.
yeah. I mean, yeah. I mean, the thing is, I don't even think I'm obligated to. I just want like the two things I watch the Oscars for is Best Picture. Well, Best Picture, the nominations like Best Picture or Best Director, and some of Best Actors, and then the and some of the score. I love the scores, and the opening monologue. When they didn't have it a couple of years ago, I didn't care anymore. I didn't care because I liked the opening monologue, the jokes, and all that stuff. I kind of and Chris Rock always killed it, of course. Now that he's been bitch slapped, who knows if he's gonna be into that anymore? But I have a feeling
Chris
he's
Rock's
gonna
coming
use that as
back.
a joke next time, huh?
You think they'll invite Chris Rock back?
I don't think Chris Rock is the one they shouldn't invite. If they're gonna ban somebody from it, Will Smith should be the one who's
I
banned.
mean, they banned Ricky Gervais, right?
From the Golden Globe. Yeah. But I don't think he cared though. That's the thing. He was more than happy to do it, but he will come and insult everybody. True, Ricky Gervais was. I think he crosses every line that there is, even those you don't see. It's insane. But I'm never mad at Ricky Gervais
Oh
because
no, I enjoy Ricky Gervais. I'm not hating on him at all, but I'm just saying from the perspective of the Academy, they are very protective of their stars,
hmm,
right? And if you got a comedian going out of his way, making them feel uncomfortable, do you bring that person back?
but he's always done that though. This joke wasn't the worst.
Nah,
Chris Rock, I've
but
said at
he's
the
come at
Oscars,
Jada before, man.
huh?
I remember at the last Oscars in 2016 when the Oscars too white thing was happening and Jada was organizing the protest. He was like, Jada, he said it during the opening monologue, you're not even invited. Nobody cares.
But it's
Which was
true.
kind of
It's true.
messed up, man. It's kind of pandering. So
But I think the joke that really got him slapped wasn't the worst. And if they didn't have an issue with his first jokes,
it wasn't the
his jokes,
worst, but this is a woman that suffers from alopecia.
I understand that.
Like it's not the worst, but in what context? Like you tell me, oh, am I trying out for G.I. Jane 2? Sure, it's not the worst. You tell somebody that's a woman who can't grow hair anymore, is she trying out for G.I. Jane 2? She's gonna say something to you.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I still don't think it's something that would keep them from inviting Chris Rock.
Maybe.
At the end of the day, it's a joke. He told a joke about, and he wasn't like, yeah, he said he just says she looks like G.I. Jane. I don't think he said anything else that insinuates how her illness wasn't serious.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's like somebody come around and say, okay, yeah, you look like Bob Marley. Okay, but are they talking about? I mean, it's just because of the hair. That's why I'm using that example. But if you are insinuates that, let me see, what's the? Okay, I don't know where I was going with that. But the point is, saying that I look like someone. Okay, I've had people tell me I'm looking like people before, and it doesn't bother me whether I think the person is nice or this. It doesn't really matter. Yeah, people look like people. When I was in college in undergrad, people swore I looked like Ben, the basketball player. His first name is Ben. For whatever reason, I'm drawing a blank from his last name. Uh, yeah, I used to have braids like he did, but he used to
Oh,
hold
Ben
it. He
Wallace?
never. Ben Wallace. There you go. Yeah, that's the yeah. So they used to say I look like him all the time. It could have been at that time, or could have been because I did my hair a certain way at that time. But either way, I didn't take it personally. And again, I'm not saying that they should not if they have a certain feeling about certain things, but I don't think a comedian should be um, I mean, I don't know if ever in the, if I'm ever gonna defend a comedian for saying something, but I don't think Chris Rock warrants what happened to him at the Oscars this time for that joke. Regardless what the situation is, I don't think he insulted her for her illness. He simply said because of the look. Like Lady Gaga has had weird looks all the time, and
But
people
her
make jokes
look is
about it
due
all
to
the
her
time.
illness.
Huh?
But her look is due to her illness.
Yes, but the joke didn't come like it wasn't about her illness. The joke is not about her. Okay,
It indirectly is, in my opinion.
yeah, but I mean, so do we punish people for what they mean, or what do we think they mean?
Why does it matter?
It shouldn't matter because the thing is, it's like when people say, "Oh, I didn't mean to do this." Does it not matter if they meant to
I mean,
hit you in
look,
the face or
it
they?
was an honest mistake, probably, sure. But if you're a comedian, you come up and you're ready to go. Like sometimes you have material prepared. If that was material he had prepared, he should have done better research.
Yeah, probably. But yeah. Anyway, hopefully everybody enjoyed the review for the Oscars. I know we didn't have much to say about it, but that's because the Oscars kind of turned around yesterday. And other than the boring parts, the couple of good wins, and it was really very basic. Hopefully people enjoyed it. And if you have something to say both about the winners and about the fight, please leave a comment. All right. Again, my name is Pete, and this is Hasib. It was nice talking to you.
Ooh.